Standard 6th, Subject Maths. Chapter 5, Decimal Fractions. Practice Set 15. Today, let's learn how to convert a common fraction into a decimal fraction. You know that if the denominator of a fraction is 10 or 100, it can be written as a decimal fraction. Means in the denominator of a fraction we have 10, 100 or 1000. We can use it to write as a decimal fraction using a decimal point. Let's have a look at some examples. Now here you see more digits in the numerator than the zeros in the denominator. Then what you have to do while writing the answer, you have to count how many zeros are there in the denominator. Let's have a look at example number 1. In example 1, we have 723 upon 10. Okay. And you have 1 0 in the denominator. So while writing the answer, write the numerator and then count one digit from the right, and before it put a decimal point. Then you don't have to write the denominator 10. You have converted it into a decimal fraction. So to convert a common fraction into a decimal fraction, there should be 10, 100, 1000 like these numbers in the denominator. Okay, let's have a look at second example. 51250 upon 100. Now how many zeros in the denominator? 2 zeros. So write the numerator and then count 2 places from right, from the back side. Okay, count 2 places because there are 2 zeros and place the decimal point. So your answer will be 512.50. Third example, we have 5138 upon 1000. Now there are 3 zeros in the denominator. So write the answer, numerator, and then count 3 places from the right and place a decimal point. So in this example, what we have learned, that if there are more digits in the numerator than zeros in the denominator, then count as many digits from the right as the number of zeros and place the decimal point before those digits. So this way you can get your answer quite easily. Let's have a look at some more examples. Now, if there are as many digits in the numerator as zeros in the denominator, look at example 1. We have 1 0 in the denominator and 1 digit is present in the numerator. Then what to do? Place the decimal point before the number 7 in the numerator and a 0 in the integers place. Now where does this 0 come from? 0 is used in while writing a decimal fraction whenever we have to fill up a place. Because there is 1 0 in denominator, we count one digit and place a point. But before the point there is no number left, so we just place a 0. So 7 upon 10 is equal to 0.7. Let's have a look at second example. 54 upon 100. 2 zeros in the denominator and 2 digits are present in the number in the numerator. So now again write the numerator, count 2 digits from the right because 2 zeros are there, place a decimal point, and if there is no number left to write, we write a 0. So 0.54 is your final answer. Third example, 725 upon 1000. Again you will see 3 digits in the numerator and 3 zeros in the denominator. So counting 3 digits, we have to place a point and there is no number left, so we write a 0 before it. So 0.725 is your final answer when you convert the common fraction 725 upon 1000 into its decimal fraction. Okay, so these are a few examples. In the first few examples, you saw that the numerators, the digits were more. Now in this, you saw that the digits were just as many zeros in the denominator. Now what if the digits in the zeros in the denominator are more and digit in the numerator is less? So that time what you can do? Let's have a look at example 1. 8 upon 100. Now zeros are more and single number 8 is there in the numerator. Now, as per the rule, we will have to write the number in such a way that there will be two places from right and then a decimal point can be placed. So 8 means we can assume it to be 08. So here also we are making use of 0 to fill up the place. 08 upon 100 is equal to, now you can write decimal point before two digits and place a 0 before it. So 0.08 is your final answer. Look at the second example, 8 upon 1000. What will be your answer? Yes, 0.008. After the decimal point, there have to be three places. If there are no numbers, less numbers, then you put a 0 in that place. So 8 upon 1000, three zeros are there in denominator. So while writing the decimal fraction, we will have to have three places and then before that we will put a decimal point. So 0.008 is your final answer. If you don't write the second step, it's okay. You can directly write 8 upon 1000 is equal to 0.008. 008 upon 1000 is just for explanation. Okay. So you're free to write it if you like, or you can write the direct answer if you find it easy to do that. So what you have learned here, if there are fewer digits in the numerator than the zeros in the denominator, place zeros before the digits in the numerator to make the total number of digits equal to the number of zeros in the denominator. Place a decimal point before them and a 0 in the integers place. So before the dot decimal point, we place a integer 0. Okay. So this way 0 can fill up the required places. So what are you going to learn now in this practice set? How to convert a common fraction into a decimal fraction and how to convert a decimal fraction into a common fraction. So now let's see converting a decimal fraction into a common fraction means just the opposite. Now we have a decimal fraction. Look at example 1, 26.4, and we are told to write it into a common fraction. So in this case, we will write the number as it is in the numerator without the decimal point. So 26.4 we will write is equal to 264 upon 1 and as many zeros as you see the digits after decimal point. After decimal point, we see only one digit. So 10. So your answer will be 264 upon 10. Second example, 0.004 equals 4. 0 has no value. You know, we just take 0 to add up the places there. So 4 upon, now count after the point how many place digits are there? 2. So in the denominator 1 and 2 zeros, 100. So 4 upon 100 is your final answer. So what you're doing here, you are writing the decimal fraction into a common fraction. And when doing that, you write the number as it is in the numerator without the point. Forget the point. And below you will take 1 and after decimal point how many places are there? That many zeros. That completes your common fraction. Let's see 19.315 is third example. So write without the point 19315 in numerator upon 1 you write, and then count how many places are there after the point. 1, 2, 3. So write 3 zeros in the denominator with 1. So that gives you 19,315 upon 1000. Okay. So hope you have followed this simple conversion of a common fraction into decimal, and now decimal into a common fraction. So what do you know now? Now I know this is how we convert a decimal fraction into a common fraction. In the numerator, we write the number we get by ignoring the decimal point. In the denominator, we write 1 followed by as many zeros as there are decimal places in the given number. Okay, so exercise is based on this concept. Let's have a look at practice set 15. Question number 1. Write the proper number in the empty boxes. Have a look at example number at question number 1. 3 upon 5 is equal to 3 into dash is equal to dash. 5 into dash is equal to dash is equal to 10 is given. That means 5 into which number gives you 10? You have to fill in that empty box. You know 5 twos are 10. So we write 2 in the denominator, and so 2 will also come in the numerator. So 3 twos are 6, 5 twos are 10, 6 upon 10 is equal to, convert into a decimal fraction, 0.6. So let's see one sum at a time. Write the proper number in the empty boxes. 3 upon 5 is equal to, here we know that 5 twos are 10. Since 5 is multiplied by 2, in the denominator 3 also will be multiplied by 2. Numerator, denominator, the number multiplied should be same. So 3 twos are, we got answer 6. 6 upon 10 gives us, count 1 0 and place a decimal point. So before 6 we place a point, and then we write a 0 in integers place. So 0.6 is your final answer. Second sum, 25 upon 8 is equal to 8. 25 into dash upon 8 into 125 is given. So in the numerator also you multiply by 125. You will have to do the rough work, 25 into 8, and you will get your answer. So 25 into 125 gives you 3125 upon 1000. Now 3 zeros in the denominator, so count 3 digits from right, place a point, and you get your answer as 3.125. Okay. Third sum, 21 upon 2 is equal to, now we see 21 into, we don't know, 2 into what, we don't know, but answer is given 2 into that number will give 10. So we know 2 5s are 10. So what will be your answer? 2 into 5, and so 21 also multiply by 5. Your answer 105 upon 10 is equal to, one digit you have to count because 10 is the denominator, and place a point, 10.5. Fourth sum, 22 upon 40 is equal to 11 upon 20. How did we get 11 upon 20? It's divided by 2. 11 twos is 22 and 20 twos is 40. So 22 divided by 2 is 11, 40 divided by 2 is 20. Now 11 into which number gives us one answer which we don't know. But 20 into 5 shown. So 11 also multiply by 5 and we will get the required answer. 11 into 5, 55. 20 into 500. 55 upon 100 is equal to, count 2 places and put a decimal point, 0.55. There was no number left before the decimal point, so we write a 0 in the integers place. Okay. Question number 2. Now we have to convert the common fractions into decimal fractions. There are 7 sums in all. Let's do them one by one. Okay. 3 upon 4. Now 3 upon 4 to convert into decimal fraction, we need the denominator to be 10, 100 or 1000. So we'll look at the denominator 4. 4 multiplied by any number gives us 10? No. So we'll have to look out for 100 now. 4 into 25 gives us 100. So we will multiply the given fraction by 25 in numerator and denominator. 3 into 25 upon 4 into 25 is equal to 75 upon 100. Now we have got a common fraction whose denominator is 100 and we can write it into a decimal fraction. Remember, you cannot write a common fraction into a decimal fraction unless and until you get 10, 100, 1000 and so on in the denominator. Okay, 1 and as many zeros. So 75 upon 100 is equal to 0.75. How? You have already learnt now. I will not be explaining in each and every sum. Count the number of zeros, then count the digits and place a decimal point. As many zeros are there, that many digits. 2 zeros, so 2 digits you count and place a decimal point and fill up the empty place with a 0. So 0.75 is your answer. Second sum, 4 upon 5. Now look at denominators please. We want to make a fraction with denominator 10, 100 or 1000. Can we get 10? Yes. 5 twos is 10. So we multiply by 2. The fraction 4 upon 5 is multiplied by 2 in numerator and denominator. This is equal to 8 upon 10 is equal to 0.8. Decimal point before one digit. Third sum, 9 upon 8. Now you have to remember how you can make the denominator 10, 100 or 1000. When it's 4, you can multiply by 25. When it is 8, you have to multiply by 125. Okay, so now let's see how to solve this. 8 into 125 will give us 1000. So we multiply by 125 numerator and denominator, which gives us 1125 upon 1000 equals to 1.125. Counting 3 digits from right, place a decimal point. Okay. So in this practice set, you will find certain denominators whom you will have to multiply by a specific number to get either 10, 100 or 1000. So you have to keep that in mind. If you get 4, you can multiply by 25. If you get 5, you multiply by 2 and get 10. If you get a denominator as 8, you multiply by 125 and get 1000. Okay. So these are a few tips you have to remember. Fourth sum, 17 upon 20. 17 upon 20. Now 20 is there in the denominator. We can make it 100 when multiplied by 5. So whenever you get 20 in the denominator and you have to make it a decimal fraction, you have to multiply by 5. So 17 upon 20 multiplied by 5 gives us 85 upon 100 and this is equal to 0.85. Okay. Fifth sum, 36 upon 40. Now we have 40 and the numerator is 36. Both are divisible by 4 and when divided by 4 we know that we will get 10 in the denominator. So we will divide this fraction. You can do rough work. So directly the answer will come 4 9s are 36, 4 10s are 40. We got 9 upon 10 is equal to 0.9. You have to divide 36 upon 40 by 4. Okay. So sometimes you need to multiply and sometimes you need to divide. to get 10, 100 or 1000, whichever denominator is possible. 7 upon 25 is your sixth question. Now 25 we know that multiplied by 4 gives 100. Just as 4 multiplied by 25 gives 100, 25 multiplied by 4 gives 100. So 7 upon 25 multiplied by 4 is equal to 28 upon 100 is equal to 0.28. Place the decimal point before two digits from the right and write 0 in the integers place. Okay. Last 7th sum of question number 2. 19 upon 200. Now, first thing that comes to mind, we can make it 100 by dividing by 2. But 19 is not divisible by 2. So we cannot do that. So what can we do here? We know that 2 5s are 10, means 200 into 5 will give us a figure that we require in the denominator. So we will multiply by 5. 19 into 5, 95. 200 into 5, 5 2s are 10 and 2 zeros carried becomes 1000. So 95 upon 1000 is equal to 0.095. We need 3 digits from right and then a point. If there is no digit, we put a 0 and then put a point. Okay, and integers place also a 0. So 0.095 is your final answer. Okay, I hope you got it. This way you are going to convert a common fraction into a decimal fraction. Now let's go to question number 3. In that you will learn to convert a decimal fraction into a common fraction. Question 3. Convert the decimal fractions into common fractions. You have these 6 sums. Let's solve them one by one. First sum, 27.5. Now you want to convert it into a common fraction. What rule we have to follow? Yes, write the numerator, the question in the numerator as it is without the decimal point. So 27.5 we write 275 without point. Point is removed. Upon 1 and as many zeros as many decimal places are there. So after decimal point how many places? 1. So 1 0. So simple, 275 upon 10 is your answer. So directly you get your answer without any steps here. Second sum, 0.007. We write 7 in the numerator because if you write 0007, it is same as writing the only single number 7. Zeros before a whole number doesn't matter, has no value. So 7 upon. Now after decimal point, how many places are there? 1, 2, 3. So write 1 along with 3 zeros. So 7 upon 1000 is your final answer. Okay, numerator the number as it is without point and denominator 1 and how many zeros? As many the decimal places are there after decimal point. Third sum, 90.8, write 908 immediately without the point. Upon, in the denominator take 1 as a digit and along with it one more 0 because after decimal point you see one place. Okay, that's your third answer, 908 upon 10. Fourth sum, 39.15. So write the numerator, then the question without decimal point as it is, 3915 upon 1. The denominator you have to write 1 and count after decimal point 2 places. So 2 zeros. 3915 upon 100 is the common fraction we obtained by converting the decimal fraction. Fifth sum, 3.12 is given is equal to 312 upon 100 because after decimal point 2 places. So 2 zeros. 1 and 2 zeros makes 100. So 312 upon 100 is your final answer. And the last sum, 70.400. You write 70.4 as your second step because the 0 0 will have no value, or rather if it has a value, think about it. What would your step be? 70400 upon, after decimal point 3 places, so upon 1000, and the two zeros would get cut, so that 1000 would become 10 and 0.400 would become just 4. So first step that we write here, we reduce the zeros. 70.400 we write as 70.4, and then we write it into a common fraction. 70.4 will be written as 704 upon 10. 1, and after decimal point 1 place, so 10. Okay. So if you want to write it as a full number 70400 upon 1000, not a problem, but don't forget to reduce it by cancelling the possible zeros. Okay, so your final answer will be 704 upon 10. So I hope you have followed this practice set. Do practice it well in your books. So keep learning, stay safe, and thank you.